Generic greetings. Base building, pausable real-time strategy, and spatial puzzling is just some of the things that Overcrowd Commute Em Up bills itself as having. However, if we distill that down, what it actually means is this is a game about building a train/metro/tube station. So let's not mess around. That's why we're here. So let's try some of this out. By the way, today's beverage is a nice cup of coffee. So I've played about an hour and a half of the game thus far, and that's comprised of the 2-mission tutorial and 2 missions of a randomly generated campaign. There's a sandbox mode as well as a commute of the day, which is a daily challenge type of arrangement. However, I've not tried those, so certainly first impressions here only, and also please bear in mind it's in early access, so all of the typical good stuff, it's not finished, there's going to be bugs to be squished, stuff added, all that sort of thing. Anyway, well, let's waste no more time, let's go to generate campaign, and we need to generate this, so we'll go for seed and start, and that'll just randomly generate our 5-mission campaign. So we're starting in West Rivermouth, and that'll go all the way up to Cranberry Street. Very nice. We can set the difficulty up here, but we're probably going to keep it as normal, and we will start in this location here. So this is West Rivermouth, Zone 5. It's usually not busy at West Rivermouth. Litter is rarely a problem at West Rivermouth. Okay, but as you progress on, well, it can become a bit more of an issue. And also, the map will change, like I say, based on the seed, but also based on the difficulty as you progress further along. And it's mainly due to having different stratas of the tube entrances and exits and such. So if we have a quick look at... Ooh, this is going to be an interesting map. Where's the entrances? Oh, that's actually not too bad. Okay, so we're going to have a quick look here, a quick rundown of the UI. In the center, obviously, our main play area, we can see there's these 2 blue lines, these 2 bits of track. That's the potential areas for our trains. Now, because it's the first mission, we can only build on one of them. Now, we also have some entrances there and an entrance there as well. And these are set by external forces. We can't move these. And like I say, this is randomly generated. This is like an area you can't build on. And this is some land that we've already been given. So we'll pretty much have to expand from there. And it's not a bad one because we could probably put the track there and then have the entrance there and have all of the other stuff around here. But let's just see how we get on there. Quick rundown at the top here. We're going to go for things like we've got time stuff. And you do get day-night cycle as well because you tend to clean quite a lot at night. You've got your money, your bonds. Bonds are used for unlocking stuff in a tech tree, basically. You've got passengers in there and power and overall reputation. If that goes to 0, game over. And total commute is shifted. Top left, you got time controls. Top right, you have view options, so overlays, as well as a objective list type thing. And I really wish that was open by default because I didn't realize that was there on the first mission and I failed it. Bottom left, all of the options for building, so editing floor, sculpting the floor, because as you can see, it is it's sectioned into 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. And as you progress on, you will get you will get these over the course of multiple layers, which can make it quite difficult indeed because you have to use stairs and all that good stuff. We've got things over on the right hand side for selling and deleting. We've got staff, which currently we have none and we can't hire them, but we will do that later on. Procurement, which is basically a tech tree, and as I said, bonds is something that you will use to unlock stuff on here, and you get bonds by shifting passengers. And then finally reports, which is pretty useless to us at the moment. Anyway, so let's quickly build a bit of a station. So as I said, this is where our main line's coming. We'll probably utilize one of them. We'll probably utilize the closest one. This is the central line with a commuter rate of 2. If we go over to the left, we can see there is an entrance there with a commuter rate of 4, and there's one over there which is a commuter rate of 3. Now, I don't know whether we can have one as an entrance, one as an exit. I think it's just much of a muchness. You can do whatever, but we'll probably only build up to the first one. So let's do just that. Let's go to edit floor, and what we want to do is expand our land to cover all of that. However, one thing I don't like straight away is that you can't just build like over these areas. You can build off from the entranceways here, like that, but you can't build in the center, and it makes lining stuff up just a little bit annoying at times, but nothing that's like game breaking or anything like that. Anyway, we'll build over to there, and that should do us quite nicely. What we want to do is have them come in here. We'll have some ticket office stuff here, then we'll have a fairly open area with some like turnstiles, and then we'll get on the train here. So we'll probably expand this out like so, along to about there, I think, is sufficient. The problem that we have is that the technology to go up and over a line like that is locked behind the procurement stuff, and we won't be able to have access to it, which is a bit of a shame. Anyway, so we'll expand it to there. You can see we've currently spent a couple of grand there. We want to have an area for the passengers to sort of mill around in and sit down and buy some things. So we'll probably expand this out like Actually, probably as it comes in, we do need an area for the passengers to be around. We need some buildings as well for staff. So we'll probably expand it to there, and the passengers will come down here, and then we want to have it so we'll have probably 3 or 4 entranceways there. In fact, speaking of entranceways, let's put that in. So we'll go over to where is it? Infrastructure and entrance, and we'll right-click on that, and then we'll put the metro station in there. And we also need a platform, which you can see when you place it, it'll show you the direction of travel and where the entrance and exit of that will be. If we wanted to, we could pretty much expand this over to there, and why not? We might as well, and that looks a little bit better. It means we can have stuff around there as well. Okay, so we'll go back over to that infrastructure and place our platform down, and that's now in. We've got 7,500, more than enough to finish what we need to do here. So we need to have a couple of things at the entranceway here. We need a place for them to buy tickets, and we also need a place for them to basically not cheat them tickets. So we need some objects in the way, like a turnstile, to stop that. So if we place a turnstile, say there, we know we can fit one of them in, but I do want some more. So let's do that. Let's go to edit floor, and we'll expand it out to about there. With it being currently, because the station isn't open, we can build as much as we want and sell it, and it buys and sells it at a 1-to-1. So you don't need to worry too much about you overspending. And I think that's probably too large. So what I'll do is I'll go for expanding, we'll sell that up to there, but we'll also buy up to there. That's a little bit better. So they'll come down, go in here and do that. What I want to do as well is have our tickets, probably for whatever reason, just sort of in this little corner here. I think that'll look quite good. So let's go over to facilities and ticket machines. I'm going to place one ticket machine there and then another one right next to it. Very nice indeed. So they're going to come in, they're going to buy tickets, and then they're going to come through here and then get on the train. However, at the moment, that is not possible because we haven't set the area for them to go. They haven't set the direction of travel for these turnstiles, as well as the way they can get on or off this train. So we can click on that, right-click on it rather, and we can see the alighting point. So we can change it to, say, this side, and that one is so as you can't go on it. That is the opposite way around. That one there is basically you can get on or off at both sides, and then that one means you can only get on at that side, which is exactly what we want. So that is now fine. If we had a bridge to go over, or another, say, entrance-exit, then that would be better, but we don't, so we can't, and now it's now. So, we're going to click on, how many do you want to go for? We'll probably say the exit is this one here, so we're going to right-click on that, and then we'll say exit signage, so you can see the direction of travel there, so passengers are going to go out there. And then this one will say, put signage for platform 1, and then signage for platform 1 again. You can change your direction as well, but we don't need to. But if you had multiple platforms, you'd be able to change it, but there we go. And it does change the board as well. You can zoom in quite far and take a look at just how detailed stuff is, and it is surprisingly detailed. I like that. I like the detail you got up here, like you've got the different like language options for it and stuff like that, and like what sort of cards they take. Doesn't take Discover though. Right, so that's all sorted. What else do we need? Well, at a bare minimum, we need probably a staff room. We need a tool room, and we need probably a utility room. In fact, no, definitely need a utility room because otherwise we can't have the lights on. Oh yes, we have to put lights in as well. My bad. Okay, so we're going to go over to the floor editor as well again here, and we want to have it so I think we'll have buildings around here that's going to be staff only eventually, but at the moment we don't have the option for that. So let's just expand it to there, and then we're going to go down, and we're not going to connect it up, but we'll just do that over to there. And then there's a nice big lump where we can place some buildings in there. And is that about right? That's okay. I think that's fine. So we're going to go over to our, where is it? Over to infrastructure. Want to place a tool room as well as a utility room. We'll place a tool room first. It doesn't have to be massive, but I think probably about that is sufficient. And then, oh, actually, that's not sufficient because it hasn't gone right to the edge. Although, do I want to, you know what? There's no real point in that. I might as well just do that. Like that. And, ooh, dear. Right. That's maybe not what I was after. Is that okay? That is fine, I think. Do you want to delete that to there? That's a bit better. Although, if we're following that, it's that. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, there we are. So back over to our infrastructure, we want a tool room, and we'll place a tool room in, I think about that size there would be fine, and we'll place the entrance where there, and then we're going to do the same for a utility room, which will go there, a little bit larger, but not overly so. And then we need to place stuff in here. So what sort of things do we need? Well, obviously in the tool room goes tools. We currently don't have any tools, but we should have 2 bonds, yes. So I can use that to get a tool kit and jerry can. Actually, I'll get the jerry can first because that's more important. And probably a litter picker. And then we're out of points to buy anything. But that now means we have a jerry can, which we can place in there. Right click to rotate. And a litter picker in there. So the jerry can is used to fill up generators, which we will now place in here. We'll place a fuel barrel right there, and then we'll place some generators in this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if that's enough, but we'll see what happens. I don't know of any place that runs these sort of generators to power the entire tube station, but to be fair, I've not gone behind the scenes, so maybe this is completely 100% accurate. A +1 generic... questionable points, I guess, because I'm not too sure if that is the case. Anyway, I mean, they'll have emergency backup, I'm assuming, but I digress. So, what else do we need? Well, that's pretty much it. I think we'll probably open the station. So they come in, they can buy some tickets, they can go through these areas, and then get on the train. Yeah, that is about right. We haven't, obviously, at the moment, we haven't got any staff room, but we could probably build that later on, and we'll put it on that side. Right, so let's just open this thing by right-clicking on that, and we'll say open, and what happens is people will come along and start buying some tickets. Here's our first potential customer, who is just trying to... Where are you going? Are they just going to wander through? Or are they just going to... Oh, they're probably looking at the boards, actually. You can unlock things like... where is it? Won't be in utilities, facilities, you've got maps, you've got indicator boards, but that's all locked behind stuff at the moment, so we can't do that. So they're going to go over there and they're going to start spending money. Ooh, pricey. Apparently it's a little bit pricey, so I'll right click on that. I'm going to reduce it by 1 generic units of currency. There we go, and that should hopefully help out. So what will happen is after a certain amount of time, the train will come along. Actually, basically it waits for us and says, right, do you want to allow it to come in? And we can left click on that and the train will come along. And we can see that this thing will stop and it'll open up. You can see it's only 1 carriage here, and that'll open up, and we'll have 4 passengers get off, and hopefully 4 get on because they are in and around here. So that's fine. What we need to do is go to staff. We want to hire 1 staff there because we do have some bonds, and we'll get that staff to... I'm going to pause it a second and click on that staff member, and you can see they have some slots above them. That shows you how much is in their inventory, basically. We can go to staff and check. Actually, no, right click on that staff member is the easiest way to do it. You can see they've got a load of statistics, but basically you want to keep them fed and watered and make sure they don't work 24/7 and then die of lack of stamina. You've also got things like what's in their hands and tool priorities and such, but we're not going to mess around with that too much. What I do want to do is go over to there and tell them to pick up that jerry can. It's left click on them and then left click there, and they're going to go and pick that jerry can up, and then they will basically start filling these generators, because at the moment, if we go over to power output, hang on, reports and power, you can see that basically we are power generated 4 kilowatts, but we actually are full. We've already got that in there, so 4 kilowatts, and we're using 1.7, so we don't need to bother with that. Let's go over to litter picker then, and we'll get the litter picker instead, and they'll come out and they'll start picking up litter. The problem is that we don't have any bins for that, so let's go over to, where would it be, facilities? Yes, level 1 bin. So we'll place a level 1 bin in probably place it opposite the ticket machines, or maybe in that corner there. Put it in that corner there is fine. Then one either side there. That should do. And then what I'm going to do in the centre here is place some benches, but again, that has to be unlocked. It's a bit concerning just how much stuff is locked behind this. What I want to do is go for a 2-carriage train, but we don't have the bonds for that. But we can see that this is slowly coming down. And we've got a really, really good view of that guy's bald patch. We've got this train almost on there, 17 minutes, 16, 15, 14, counting down, etc. Overall reputation is 61. It will go up and down based on things like litter and pricage, that's a thing. Pricing. We've got this coming along now, and it will stop, and then hopefully... oh, see, that's crowded, the -1, they don't like it, and gloomy. Yes, it is a bit gloomy. What I should probably do is put some lights in at some point. So let's go over to procurement. I want to go for a... Well, I'm just going to 2-carriage train. It costs 4 bonds, and we've got 6 bonds, so we'll get that. We'll go over to facilities, and we'll have lighting, because believe it or not, we don't have any lighting in here at the moment. And then we will place some lighting in and around this area. So one thing I don't really like at all, and I don't understand why, is that you can't place lighting above certain things. So I can't place it there because that's where people stand. Same as you can't place it above litter bins or above benches, or even in front of benches, because that's how they access it, which is a bit of a strange concept. But anyway, we're going to place these lights in. Where we'll place them? Well, you can see where it's going to be lit up there, so I want to place one probably in that corner, because that lights up all the way around there. And then we're going to place some lights there and then there, and that should be hopefully enough. We haven't got anything down this side, but we probably don't need it because they don't really go there. So we will bring our, yes, much longer train in. That's fine. How are we doing for all of this? Keep reputation of 0, yes. Shift 76 commuters, and we've got 18 shifted so far. Optional, earn a station reputation of at least 75%, earn at 100%, and hit all transit targets for possible entrances, which we don't have, I don't think, and we've also got the mayoral grant there as well. Anyway, that's now headed off. Let's go for procurement once again, and we'll go down to uncomfy benches. We'll unlock that. In terms of tools, I think we want to unlock the megaphone. Commuters to remove overcrowding and allow them to squeeze past each other. So that's good, but we do need a staff holding on to that. So we're going to go for applicants, and oh, that's a shame. We don't actually have any more applicants. That's a problem. Anyway, we'll go for tools and megaphone, and we will place a megaphone station there, and we will get our staff member to pick that up, and they will do just that. There we go. And then what I'll do is send them there, and that shows you the area of influence, which will hopefully basically get this guy to put an earphone, oh, yeah, put the megaphone next to someone's face and scream loudly in their ear, and that should hopefully reduce overcrowding. Excellent. Okay, let's go over to probably infrastructure, no. Probably over to uncomfy bench, and we'll place an uncomfortable bench. Where do we want to place them? Probably in and around here. So we'll start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll rotate them around and do the same thing like that, and that should be fine. There we go. We'll unpause it, and then people will be able to sit down. I'm going to get you to probably stand. Actually, where you are is perfectly acceptable. So we'll just say there, and they're just going to, for some reason, just pull the megaphone up, just screaming in that guy's face. Stay seated until the train arrives. Okay, so let's see this train come along here. It's going to stop, and we'll get some more people off it. We do want to unlock some more stuff. We've got toolkit, we've got watering can. Don't really want any of that at the moment. What about infrastructure? We can have staff-only zone, which we can unlock. You see, all this stuff is locked behind stuff, and 18 more bonds to unlock, which we don't have. And that says procurement locked, advanced station to procure. So we need to get a high level station. We'll have a wheelie bin. We'll also go for a tool kit. And what about commerce? Oh, newspaper stand as well as newspaper billboard. Earn you £15 generic units of currency for every 10 views, and also amenities, water cooler, uncomfy chair. We'll unlock all of that because we do need a staff room eventually anyway. So that's fine. We will give that a bit of a pause, and we'll double check to see what we can build now. Staff only zones I will denote as this area here, and for some reason it costs money, and I don't know why. Anyway, just a bit of paint, I guess. Paint costs money. Anyway, so we'll go over to a wheelie, and we're going to place a wheelie bin in here. And we'll probably place it there, that's fine, because it means that these bins, you can see they do get filled up, so you do need staff members to go and empty them. We'll have, where is it? It'll be in commerce, actually. We've got newspaper stands, and we've got newspaper billboards. I think I'll place the billboards opposite like so. That makes sense, but I want to place one, say, there, just so you can see it. So it's called the Daily Grind. A newspaper stand we'll place probably just opposite, and we'll also place some newspaper stands in this station here as well. So I'll have 1 and then 2, and that should be about fine. It means people can buy that, but it'll also probably increase litter. So is it? Yeah, we can do that. Careful, commuters won't buy something if they think it's too expensive. So actually, we're charging 9 for a ticket, but the newspaper's 6. Fair enough. But at least we're making some money. Right, so that's fine. This one can now come along. Come on, there we go. And you can see we've got 7 out of 8 passengers there. This must be a first class plus type of arrangement here, where you've got your own jacuzzi for each person, or something of a like. Because one of the things that trains tend to do is have a lot of people on them. That's sort of lot in life. Anyway, that's now filled up, and oh, first come, first served, see you later, and then that's now heading off. So gas here is currently shouting around. I think what we need to do, though, is, how are we doing for fuel? Let's double check that. It's almost down, so I'm going to click on you. I'm going to say, right, get the jerry can. Actually, no, will he automatically get the jerry can? No, it looks like they're not, so I'll say get the jerry can. And now they are going to automatically fill that up. So they take it from the barrel, and then they're going to be filling that up. That's excellent. Okay, that trash can is getting full. That's a problem. We do need some more staff, but there's no applicants. Off shift. There's none there, and there's currently one on shift. That's a problem. Okay. Right. Well, I guess we'll fill that up. How we're doing for lighting. Power generated 4, and we're using about 3. Okay. It's not too bad. And let's bring this along here. You can see that for whatever reason they're going over here in, well, dropping rubbish all over the place. But with only one staff member, it is a bit of an issue. What also is an issue that we don't have any staff rooms. So let's do that. Let's improve the situation somewhat. We're going to build a staff room at the back here. And it's quite easy to build. We'll say staff room, and there we go. Put an entrance there, and we will fill it with a lot of things that we've bought. Oh, we've got a toolkit as well, so I'll place that in there. So we want amenities. Yeah, it's we've got things like a cooler. We've got a staff vending machine, and then we've got some uncomfy chairs, which, oh, that's not where I wanted to place it, but we can hold left click and then turn it around and then unpause it again. There we are. And we can see that's flashing a little bit until it calculates that it's got enough. It's got enough energy, so we're probably running close to that. Oh, doesn't matter. We have completed the station. So, connections, tracks built 1 of 2. Doors award for football bonus is 0 of 2. Customer experience, net reputation change -4, so actually not great. Finances, lifetime profit is -2 grand, but I mean, this is okay now. We just sit around and it'll work. We're going to play it on because why not? And we might be able to improve this somewhat, but we'll see. In terms of bonds, we do have some more. Earn 10 more bonds to get that. I don't know if there's anything else we can get. I really want some more staff. Why can we not get staff? You are currently no applicants available. You hired staff in your station. If you hire staff at the station, look at the off shifts. Well, there's no one in there. But it's getting night time now, so eventually this will stop and they'll all leave. And ooh, that bin definitely is definitely is something we need to sort out. Procurement will go for I mean, what else can we get really? Oh, it looks like there's another train to come along there. I'm trying to get loads more bonds, but we need to get I think we'll unlock the plant. And we'll unlock... I think that's everything unlocked now, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's about everything unlocked. Okay. So, that person, I'm going to say, get the litter picker, but basically, I'll stop you there. Can you please empty that bin, because it's a bit pongy. There we go. So, they'll pick that up, and what will happen is they will then head back, and they'll fling it in the wheelie bin. So, that's now empty, and you can see they're dragging that bag in there. Cool. Okay. So, that wheelie bin will be collected in the morning, I believe. So, yeah. It's still a bit pongy there. I'm hoping that's going to clear itself up. You can also empty that litter again. How are we doing for the next train? It's going to come along shortly. Other things that you can unlock, I mean, so, you can see in here, really, you've got medical skills, security skills, you've got footbridges, and night has fallen. Every day your station closes at 11 PM. All of the commuters will walk to an exit. You won't lose any reputation when it leaves at night, even the new environment hazards. Good time to tidy up your station, the rest of your staff before the next day. When the commuters have left, you can skip to the morning using the dawn button. Okay, so what they'll do is leave, basically. Okay, so... we're very close to being able to unlock some of this stuff. So, oh, look at that. We've got currently 1938 stock. Original 1938 stock, poor efficiency and capacity. We can get stock 2, though, which is original 1973 stock, and then finally stock 3, which is class 388 stock, maximum efficiency and capacity. I don't know whether the options for stock changes as things progress on, because as I said, I've only played about an hour and a half now. I'll be close to 2 hours once we've finished the video. So, overall rep today, we can see we've got -4 in total, but it's not too bad, considering. And it looks like they are going to... are they going to clean up? I think they are cleaning up. Yeah, they're probably going to pick up that litter there. I'll put it to max speed, because why not? And they will go along, use this litter picker. You can see that, the grabber. and then we'll pick that up and they'll get rid of that. There we go. Okay, also the staff member is not looking too great, so we probably need to sort that out. I don't know why they're just standing in the corner there, but we are going to send them to that staff room. There is some micromanagement to be had here when it comes to the staff and such, and that can, you know, I can sort of take or leave it. I'm happy just leaving. If the staff just got on with their own thing and you didn't have to ever touch them, but not the case, I guess. So anyway, they are now relaxing, which is good. We'll check a look at their stats there. We can see that their stamina is a little bit low because of despair. There you are. Just because they've, because of the tiredness and the hunger and the thirst. But they are sorting that out with our instant grub and water beverage dispenser. We're going to go over to staff again and just hope there's another applicant. There really isn't. That's a problem. Procurement, we can't go for a 3-carriage train. We need to earn 8 more bonds. So we'll get that later on. We've got escalators and staircases and footbridges. Obviously, footbridges going up and over here would be fine. Anything else we need to do? Well, I'm going to increase our ticket price because I think we can. What's the status like? Power is fine. In fact, power is fine. I'm saying it's fine. I don't even know. Ooh, 3.5 kilowatts, and we are running very close to that. So what I'll probably do then is I think I'll place another couple of generators, one there and one there, and that should do us. We've only got 632 there though. They are relaxing quite happily, and we're going to skip to the day, and does that calculate that? I think it might have done. 2 new applicants, which is exactly what we wanted, so we're going to go for Jack Pierce and Henry Pierce. We're going to hire both because I think they're going to be of some use. One of them can grab the megaphone and the other one can grab the fuel canister. And there we are. And we'll go back to normal speed now. So they're going to come in first day at work. Oh, look at this. The second person here can actually have 2 things in their hand. What I'm going to do then is give them probably the toolbox as well. And then we're going to send them to there. That should hopefully stop overcrowding. Looks like Jack is currently eating his way through pretty much everything in that vending machine. So I think we're going to get them out and about litter picking, because why not? You can see that we now have Pierce here who's filling this up. Eventually, though, this fuel barrel will be empty and we'll have to sell it and crack on with that. Anyway, so we've got another one coming along here. And hopefully people will start getting on and off. I don't know if they're going to start rushing to towards this, but we'll see. Are people buying tickets? Ticket bought, but I don't think they were too happy about it. They're also looking at these boards as well. I wonder how much money we're earning just from the boards. Let's have a quick look at reports. And it's only reputation, rep today, and power. No, I don't know if it's profit. Today's profit, today's income. Oh yeah, look, advert payouts 60, sales earnings 204. So it's all right. It's all there. It's all there. Right, looks like that's going to leave. Oh, apparently it's well lit, so that's going to be pretty good. Pierce have they refueled the generators? You can right click on them and it'll give you the fuel levels there. Yeah, they're fine. They're about right. Right, I don't think there's much for them to do. I'll just tell them to just refill the generator. Excuse me, I need a sip of beverage. Okay, so how close are we for the next carriage? 6 more bonds, so hopefully if we just speed up to max speed, we can bring some more in. And that should be us, I think. Let's have a look. Shame you can't see the doors opening and closing. The doors do open and close. Obviously we can't see it because it's on the other side. And there's 4. Looks like our reputation's going up. It's pretty good. So 4 more bonds and we'll get there. What about benches? That's 4 more bonds. So it looks like we have to hit... what do we have? Current bonds 4, bonds available at station 46. So do we have to hit 60? Maybe. Pierce is not too happy, so we're going to send them in there. They've been using the megaphone for quite some time. In fact, what I'll do is I'll drop that tool. There we go. And then I'll see you go back there. And now other Pierce 2.0, can probably... clean up a little bit, because it could probably smell quite a bit of is it? Well, it doesn't say petrol or diesel. It's fuel. They smell quite a lot of fuel. Anyway, bringing another train in, and that's okay. How are we doing for this stuff here? We're going to try and get our reputation of 75%. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but we'll see. We'll see. So people are getting on there. We probably also want to increase the size of that. Oh, look at people littering over there. Stop going around there. You know what I might do? I might just put a fence across this entire thing. Look, you're not allowed to go there. Go away. Can we pick these guys up? No, we cannot. That's going to cause us some issues. Right, I might sell that then, and hopefully they'll all wander out, and then we'll... in fact, they should start rushing towards the train now that it's there, and hopefully we can then brick it off so they're not messing around. Rush hour. Uh-oh, okay. A train has broken down. You need to equip a staff member with a toolkit and deploy them to the platform to repair it. Okay. Well, luckily, we do have just such a person. So you, please repair the train, because it is all kinds of broken. And I'm sure that the standard trains... I'm sure a standard staff that works in the train station knows exactly how to fix a loco. That's just how it works. As they're doing different things, they will gain experience. You can see experience there, and that'll increase their skills and such. Why are they all thinking they're lost? Apparently they're lost. Well, yeah. What was that noise? There was a commuter has become lost in your station. Lost commuters generate negative reputation. Maps and staff with assist tablet tool can help lost commuters. Okay. I'm going to bring this person over there. I don't know if that will help. I don't think it will at all. We should, however, now have the option for a 3-carriage train, which we will now get. Excellent. That's more people on and off. Air vent, safe... Oh, signal relay. Map platforms and numeric key presses to call them, right? So what we can do with that one is essentially not automate stuff, but it means that if we have that in, where is it? The signal relay. I wonder where we need to put it. I must build in control room. Well, we don't currently have a control room, so that's going to be a problem. We'll sort that out in a bit. I want to put them back into there. Anyway, is there anything else we can get? Don't need that, don't need that. We do need a control room, and we probably have the cash, I think. Okay, so edit floor. Bit more. There we go. And we'll build a control room. Like so. And we'll place a signal relay in there. Alright, needs to be connected to a train track. When you call the train, press an F key for the number of... press the F key for the platform number. Okay, that's fine. So do we need to assign that from here? 3 carriages, train type, changes the stock. I'm guessing it'll pop up on the right. Press F1. Yeah. There's killed commuter in your station. What? Okay. Is it because of these fences? It might be. It might be because of that. Anyway, F1. F1. There we go. I don't know why they're so lost. Is there anything I can do about it is the question. Well, yes, if I had the tools. It did say about a map. A crime desk, commerce, cash machine, crisp machine, food billboard, drinks billboard, no amenities required, a rat prod, we don't have any rats that we know of anywhere, events, fans, capacitors, safety PA, reduces overcrowding by ushering commuters past each other without speed. Alright, okay, so we'll probably get that. Oh, I don't have enough bonds for it. It will be under tools. Assist tablet. There it is. We need one more bond. So where is this KO'd person? There they are. Can you help them out, please? Remember staff to provide them with a med kit. Well, we don't currently have a med kit. Uh-oh. That's a bit of an issue. And why they're all KO'd around here? Oh, God. Fleeing commuter because it's seen blood. Okay, it's going all kinds of bad now. Right, you know what? I think we'll just save and exit that station, because that's all I really need to show you there. If we go to continue campaign, actually, we could probably go on to the next mission, because we did complete that one with 2 stars there. I'm just going to see if that is the case. Because I'll probably... Oh, no, it's not. I'm sure we can. Oh, there you go. Your station being awarded 2 stars. I think we will go to the map now. Everything is just fine. Right, so we have completed that technically. We can go on to Blendon Park, which I'm not going to do, but I'll just show you the different layout of this one. And we might have multiple levels. And it means if we do, I can start showing you the different land-altering tools as well. So it looks like we have... Yes, we have different levels. So we've got one track that comes along here. We also have a track there and a track there, and obviously they're now they're under the ground, so we would have to use the sculpt tool. So we can say Sculpt floor to, well, you have to actually do the floor. So we'll say right click to there, and that goes down one level, and you can see that's where the floor is, and then you could say edit and then build along to there, and then that means you can now build on multiple levels, and you would have to have, and it'll probably have already unlocked, where would it be? Infrastructure? Entrance, platform, tool room. Oh, really? Do we not have stairwells? Entrance, fence. No, we don't have staircases, so we'd have to unlock staircase by default. If we wanted to do this, you understand, we could probably go for this first and then go deeper into the bowels of the earth if we really wanted to. Because we can only have one platform to start with anyway, so you probably wouldn't do that. Where would it be? It'll be staircase, and then you can put a staircase in, say, there. And then there. And staircases work similarly to the turnstiles. You can set them so it has a station door. You can have set them for direction and stuff anyway, but we need to place them behind turnstiles and things like that. But anyway, that is pretty much all I think I need to show you. That is a little bit of Overcrowd, a Commute Em Up. I don't think there's anything massively that points out to say, oh, this doesn't really work. It's quite enjoyable. It surprised me, actually. It's... There's a bit more micromanagement than I expected, but it's not something that I can sort of take or leave the micromanagement for the people. But I do like building stations and that sort of thing. But it can be an issue at times, I guess, when we had towards the end of that on the first map where things were going all kinds of bad and we couldn't help them. So it was putting stuff in that we really needed to unlock, but we couldn't. And I think that's just because I continued on with that. So maybe a little bit of balance there, but again, first impressions only. I don't really know. I'll have to play through a full campaign in order to find out more about that. Yeah, it seems fairly fully fledged. I do like the multiple layers stuff, and I like the complexity with the directions of the turnstiles and all of that sort of thing. And the unlocks for different lengths of train and the types of train and stuff, I think are pretty good. Either way, if you like what you see, then by all means check the link out in the description. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.